Hey guys, what's up? It's Austin and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be sitting down and doing some makeup and bringing you guys along. Recently I was scrolling through Twitter and I came across this tweet from Rocio Ceja. She said, "A matte base with no blush, cut contour, matte lip, and no highlighter is so powerful." And I figured it'd be fun just to sit down and create just that. So thank you to the Rainbow Queen herself for the inspiration for today's video. And without further ado, let's just get right on into it. Now today is mainly about the complexion, but I do want to start off with the eyes. Today I'm going to be using the Ace Beauty Vintage Dawn palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. What I'm thinking for today's look, I'm going to be using all of these brown tones, and then probably throwing this blue on the lower lash line and this lighter blue right here on the inner corner. That's just what I'm thinking now, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and one eye off camera, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the other eye. I'm gonna start off by priming the lid with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 2. I'm gonna be taking that on a Morphe 224 brush. And I'm going to be carving out the brow and then priming the lid for eyeshadow. I'm going to be starting off with this shade right here called Pyramid. I'm just going to be building that up in the outer corner. I'm going to be using a Morphe M433 brush. Now I'm just going back in with this deeper shade called Fade on a Morphe M506 brush. I'm going to use that to deepen out the outer corner. I'm just going in with a Morphe M441 just to blend everything out. I'm going back in with the dark brown shade again on the smaller brush. This is a Makeup Shack T63 brush. Now I'm going in with this fluffy eyeshadow brush by Alamar Cosmetics and just blending out all of the edges. Up next, I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here called Horizon on a Morphe JH34 brush. Just going to get a little bit of that on the tip, tap it off, and then I'm just going to run this through the crease. Now I'm just going back in with that shade Pyramid on a Morphe M433 and just building up that outer corner some more. Then I'm going to be blending that out with a Morphe JH35 brush. Next I'm picking up Fade again. This time I'm taking it on a bullet brush. This is a JH39. And I'm just going to be building this up along the upper lash line. Then I'm just going to be blending that out with a Makeup Shack T63 brush. Next I'm going in with the shade Sun on a paintbrush, and I'm just applying this right underneath my brow. And then I'm just blending over that with the fluffy Alamar Cosmetics brush. Alright, that's all I'm going to do for the top half of the eyes. Now let's go ahead and move on into some complexion products and we can finish off the lower half of the eyes and mascara and lashes at the end. For my foundation today, I chose the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is in the shade 1C1 Cool Bone. I'm pretty sure this is one of the mattest foundations that I own. The only issue is I know that this dries down pretty quickly, so I'm not going to like dot it over my face. I'm just going to take it from the back of my hand on a sponge and just blend it out all over my face in sections. I'm going to start off by priming the skin, and today I'm going to be using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I just got one pump of that primer. I'm just placing it all over the skin. I have oily skin, so it works fine for me. If you have dry skin, you might need a little more hydration than this, but it works fine for me. We are going for matte today, y'all, so I am going to be setting this primer with a translucent powder. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Yes, this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. Just going to be taking my Juno&Co sponge in the bottom of the lid. I'm going to tap the excess off on my hand. And I'm just going to go in and set the face. Now I'm just going to start to build up this foundation. The sponge I'm using today is the Juno&Co Microfiber Velvet Sponge, and this is the lavender. I think it's supposed to be like 50% softer than their original one. And then the one I use to apply powder is the Lemon Drop Sponge. And I believe that one is 30% softer than the original. Now that I have that foundation all blended out, I'm going to go in with some of the Mario Badescu facial spray, and this is the Rose Water scent. For concealer today, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl True Blend concealers. I have two shades. I'm going to be mixing them today. The lighter one I have is L100 Pure Porcelain, and the darker one I have is L600 Light Nude. This is more of like a peachy tone, this is more of like a gray tone, and together I just like the color of it. I'm going to start off with L600 first. This is more of a peachy tone, so I'm hoping that it'll conceal a lot of this blueness under the eyes. I'm just going to blend it in with the sponge. Get the difference already from the blue that you can still kind of see without the side being blended out, and then the difference on this side. I'm telling you guys, this is a pretty great concealer and you can get it at the drugstore. Now I'm just going in with a little bit of the lighter shade. I'm just using the lighter shade just to brighten things up a bit. I don't want it to look stark white under the eyes, but I also want it to be a little bit lighter than my foundation shade. I'm just going to take a little bit of that lighter shade on the forehead right here. I'm going to take a little bit on the chin as well. Next, I'm going to go ahead and set underneath my eyes with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Translucent Powder. Absolutely love the scent of this. It smells like cotton candy. I'm taking this brush by Alamar Cosmetics. This is the brightening brush. I'm just going to take whatever is left in the lid, pick that up on my brush. Just going to look up and blend out those creases. Just gonna do the same on the other side as well. And to set the rest of the face, I'm going in with this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, and this is in the shade Light. I'm just taking this Morphe JH01 brush and just setting the face. I'm just picking this up on the sponge. I'm just taking this over the T-zone just to really fill in those pores. We get into what this video is all about, and that is these cut cheekbones that we about to have, gal. Today I'm using the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. This is in the shade Sunlight, the lightest shade. And I'm going to be applying this today with the Alamar Cosmetics Complexion Brush. This is a beautiful shade on lighter skin tones. It's not too warm and it's not too cool. It's kind of in the middle. I'm just gonna start carving out the cheeks and keeping it high on the cheekbones just to like carve right underneath them. Yes, this bronzer is so good. I'm trying to carve down that quarantine neck, y'all. Been getting after that food lately. Just thought I'm bored in the house eating food, gal. Do you guys have any shows that you've been loving recently? If you do, just let me know down in the comments. We can have a little kiki down there about what shows we're loving. Recently, I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race. It is season 12. Anyone else out there watching Drag Race? Let me know down below who's your favorite as well. I would say my favorite at the moment, honestly, we're at what, the top 6 now? Honestly, I feel like any of the 6 could win. Well, any of the 5 could win, because you know Miss Sherry Pop. But yeah, any of the 5 could win. We got Miss Heidi Aphrodite. She got her new name, y'all. Miss Gigi Good. I love Miss Gigi Good. She's very elegant. She's also been one of the only queens to like not stir a lot of shit. Like Miss Nina West too, she didn't stir any shit. Jada Essence Hall has been pulling out some looks, okay? Living for her. The shade just does a really great job at adding in that definition back to the face once you've kind of flattened it out with foundation. You can tell the difference from my right side to my left side, just the definition of shading. It's not a whole lot, but it is enough to make a difference, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much what we're going for. Next, I'm going in with this Wander Beauty Trip for 2 palette. It's like a blush and bronzer. Today we're not using any blush, but I am dipping into this shade right here called Costa Ray. It's a little more cool toned than what my bronzer is that I was using. So I'm just going to use this to deepen up the hollows just a little bit. I still want to look like I have defined cheekbones, but I don't want to have too defined cheekbones. You know what I mean? Nice, nice. Those blended very well together. Gonna do the same on the other side as well. Now I'm just taking a little bit of that Milani bronzer and just running it a little bit on the nose. I'm also going to dip into this bronzer shade right here called Donut in the Morphe Lo-Fi 8L palette. And I mean, I am just going to barely tap this. It is super pigmented and I do not need all of that color on my face. I'm just going to use this to deepen up just a little bit close to the hairline. I'm gonna go ahead and run some of the e.l.f. Wow Brow through my brows. I forgot to mention this, but if you're wondering, I used the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim pencil for my eyebrows today. This is what it looks like. And I used the shade Deep Brown. Just gonna go back over everything with this powder brush and make sure it's all blended nicely together. I really like how the skin is looking at the moment. It is matte, but it's not too matte or not looking dry. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in and we can finish off the lower lash line. For the lower lash line, I think I'm gonna take the shade Sky and run it underneath the lashes. And then I think I'm gonna put Dew, which is this light blue shade right here, in the inner corner. And we'll see how that works out. Just picking that blue shade up on a bullet brush from Lexi. This is the 141 mini round brush. I'm just going to start by stamping this right by the lash line. I'm just going back in with that Makeup Shack T63 brush. Just has a little bit of the browns that we used earlier on it. I'm just going to use this to start blending out this outer corner, just to add some of the brown into the blue to help it transition a little bit better. I'm going to go in with the light blue shade here called Dew. I'm going to be picking that up on a flat shader brush. This is a Morphe M421. I'm also going to spray the brush with a little bit of that Mario Badescu spray, just to really help it stick to the lid. It does pick up nicely on a brush, but I just think that it applies better with the finger. There we go. Now it's coming together. Okay. I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush. This is another Morphe M433. I'm just going to lightly blend over the edges of that light blue shade that we just laid down, just to help it seamlessly blend into everything else. I'm also taking that Makeup Shack T63 brush with a little bit of the browns left on the brush. I'm just blending that brown right over top of the edge. I'm going to go ahead and finish off this eye, and then I'll be right back. Alright, that's the skin and eyes all complete. And I'm going to go ahead and set my face with a little bit of the Catrice Prime and Fine Long Lasting Setting Spray. Just going to lightly tap that into the skin. Honestly, you guys, I'm loving this eye look. Like, the blue and the brown go so nicely together, especially with brown eyes as well. Got it made, gal. Alright, well, let's go ahead and put on some mascara and some lashes. I'm going to be using this Lash Princess by Essence. This is the green tube. It's called the False Lash Effect Mascara. For lashes today, I'm going to be using the Makeup Shack lashes in the style All I Know. This is what this style looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these, put on some bottom mascara, and then we'll get right into the lips. So this is what we're looking like with the lashes on. Also, if you guys want to save some money on some lashes at the Makeup Shack, you can use code Rocio, and that'll give you a percentage off of your order, and that'll help out Miss Rocio Ceja as well. Help her get that coin, gal. I absolutely love these lashes. These are my favorite style. They're very similar to House of Lashes Iconics, which are very nice as well. Alright, you guys, so let's go ahead and finish off the look with the lips. I'm going to start off with lining my lips. This is the Alamar Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Dulce. Finally, we're going to go ahead and finish off the look with the matte lip. I'm going to be using a couple shades of liquid lipstick today. The first one I'm going to be using is the Sugar Pill liquid lipstick in the shade Duchess. I absolutely love the smell of these. This is what the color looks like. I'm going to be taking that on just a little paintbrush. I'm going to focus this on the outer edges of the lip because this is going to be the darkest shade, and we're going to use a lighter shade in the middle. The next shade I'm going to be using is the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Nude Mood. And that's what it's looking like right next to Duchess. I'm going to be using this on more of the middle portion of the lips. And last but not least, we're going to move on to our lightest shade to put directly in the center. And I'm going to be using Birthday Suit by Jeffree Star. And that is what it looks like compared to the other two shades. So again, this is Duchess by Sugar Pill. This is Nude Mood by Dose of Colors. And this is Birthday Suit by Jeffree Star. Alright you guys, this is the look all complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me just sitting down and playing with makeup and bringing you guys along. Thank you to Miss Rocio Ceja for the inspiration through your tweet. Thank you so much, loved it. Shout out to Ace Beauty. I absolutely loved working with this palette today. Everything ended up blending nicely and the colors really pack a punch, and it's the same colors that are actually in the pan, so that's nice. Sometimes you get eyeshadows that don't look the same on the eye as they do in the pan, which is totally fine, but these are true to pigment on the eyes. I know with everything going on in the world at the moment, makeup isn't exactly the most important thing, but you know, after about 3 months of not doing anything, I just needed to come down, de-stress, do some makeup, chill, and have fun. And that's exactly what I did today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright, you guys, I think we successfully completed the look. We got our matte skin. We didn't apply any highlighter today. We didn't apply any blush today. And we got our matte lip. And Miss Rocio Ceja, I think you onto something, gal. We looking powerful, we looking good, we looking like we feeling ourselves. Okay, I'm digging it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know I enjoyed filming it. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys next week with another new video. Bye guys.